I need to talk to you teenagers who might be watching this, but, you know, like, I mean, growing up as a teenager in high school, I remember, like, being a routine, you're so used to a routine and stuff, and, like, you just go to school, get your work done, then the noon hour is just, you're basically out with your friends and all that. I mean, then comes summertime, I basically lost touch with most of them, and pretty sure, like, you know, they would remember them, but I know now, I remember too, now that it really kind of, I don't know, but graduating high school, like, it felt kind of scary for me, to be honest with you. You know, because it was, you know, you're so used to that routine, and all of a sudden, you don't have that rhythm in your life anymore. But then going through college, you know, like being able to moving into Red Deer to attend college at the vocational program, you know, I've learned so much, and I was so used to getting a routine and all that kind of stuff, and just living like I was broke and all that. But what I've learned, and then after college, you know, I just, even during college years, I felt kind of lost. I didn't find my voice and all that kind of stuff. You know, but then throughout the years, I was just spend and all that, and, you know, because, I mean, you might read about these guys that get these $1 million contracts, and they end up in the weirdest of situations, like they're either suicidal or on drugs, you know. I think what happened is that they're kind of lost, and, like, they've reached a turning point and went towards what didn't make them happy instead of what did. But I used to be just doing random teams for minor hockey and all that kind of stuff. But of course there are some doubters that I'm faced with, but, you know, like, but that's just normal. I'm trying to make a name for yourself. But but then my grandma suggested that I do, like, that I was to do like, post, like, business cards and all that. Because I'm just a freelancer hired by random teams and all that. So I'm just, you know, and of course, the parents have to do it, but you know, and that's all up to the league to decide and all that. But, you know, like, but now I have a girlfriend, and I have a few friends that I can relate to, and but going to the Community Connections Club at Catholic Social Services, like, they don't do a lot of physical activity, and I need to do that to shed some pounds and all that kind of stuff. Like, I really need to be in good shape, even if I'm gonna get healthy again. But, you know, I mean, Steve Smith said it best. We're instinctively looking for a rhythm, and if we don't have rhythm in our lives, I think we're all kind of lost. But I think that's the way it was when I left college and all that kind of stuff. But it really does. It is really scary, because you don't know where you're gonna go next, especially for someone with autism or Asperger's or whatever. I mean, my youngest brother, he quit his job because he couldn't put up with the people. But he's not. He needs to get his vaccine soon. And there's nothing I wanted to bring up on this monologue is that Alberta and BC are seeing a spike in cases, and they're loosening the restrictions and they're eliminating them, but it's gonna happen, and 95% of it is gonna be amongst the unvaccinated. And there could be a fourth wave, but if more and more people were to be vaccinated, then we'd be a lot better off. Then we would stave off this fourth wave. But too many people are believing all the lies about these vaccines, like this is going to modify our DNA and all that. To them, but that's just I think they're just getting out off of a game or something like that. You know, like the world's a much better, simpler place than most folks realize. I mean, vaccinating people might have an exception to things, but Jason Kenney is hoping Alberta would stay open for even throughout this fourth wave, because the vaccinated people have a lesser likelihood of contracting this illness. Well, my roommate Thomas and my proprietor Stephanie and her husband Daryl may had symptoms once in December of 2019 about that were consistent with this illness, but I didn't. I somehow dodged a bullet, and it's like, how does that even happen? And now we have this Delta variant, which is very contagious and very deadly. But for the past couple of days, we haven't seen any deaths in Alberta. So, we just have to. And another thing we need to do is we need to live our lives and just live with this virus. Because it's not going to go away. It's going to keep mutating into new strains, and we're going to start getting more boosters from this virus. So, and to all those out there that are doubting the vaccine, it works. Just get your vaccine, and then we will see we'll see the pandemic come to an endemic. Otherwise, it might just go until March. Who knows? Anyways, so I'm gonna wrap this monologue and say, and please watch, and please do what you need to do. Till next time.